When it comes to life in America, one thing is absolutely certain. People love options. From the great Coke versus Pepsi debate to what color car you can buy, life is literally riddled with choices, and sometimes it can be a bit confusing. The same can be said about carrying your handgun with all the options for holsters out there. My name is Dustin with We the People Holsters, and in today's video, we're gonna be breaking it down, right? We're diving right into the world of concealed carry as a whole to find out what the best way to carry your handgun is. Let's get it. Now, as we get started on this one, I'd like to remind you guys that if you need a holster for your concealed carry purposes, then we might know a guy, okay? Hit us up at wethepeopleholsters.com. Not only can you get yourself a fantastic freaking holster for your firearm, but you can also get yourself a dope t-shirt that's made from dirt to shirt right here in the good old US of A. Literally made in the USA. It slaps. Get yourself one. Seriously, wethepeopleholsters.com. Let's talk carry. Now listen, when we look at the world of concealed carry, there's a lot of information and there's no right way to skin a cat. That reference always made me a little uncomfortable, by the way, but regardless, I want to preface this video by saying that we're going to try and look at this from a super high level, 10,000 foot view type setup. But at the end of the day, the important thing here is that you experiment with the various carry positions and styles to find out the one that works best for you. The number one mistake that we see a lot of new gun owners make is that they run out and they get their carry permit, if you need one, of course, because there's literally like 50% of the country by now that has constitutional carry laws, and that's a really cool topic, but we'll talk about that later. And these people, they carry their gun once and it's super uncomfortable for them because they're either carrying in a position that isn't right for them, or their body type, or their holster sucks or something, and they put the gun down and they never carry again. What's the point in even having a concealed carry license if you're not gonna carry your firearm, guys? The point I'm trying to make here is that above all else, above everything else that you're gonna learn on the internet, you're gonna see on TV, you're gonna read in magazines, you have to find out what works best for you. Concealed carry is literally as personal as your social security number. It's all about finding what works for you, your body type, your lifestyle, and all of that stuff. Now, with all of that little nugget of information, let's get into actual carry techniques. Now, for the purpose of today's video, we're gonna be breaking down concealed carry into three major categories. Those categories are inside the waistband, outside the waistband, and then this little category that we call literally everything else. Now, I know that seems like a bit of a cop-out, but let me explain for a second. Let's start with in the waistband carrying, otherwise known as IWB for short. Typically speaking, IWB is gonna be the best bet for the most concealment as it keeps the gun the closest to your body. This works by getting yourself an IWB holster, which is gonna come with this little clip or a couple of clips depending on the brand that you're getting, and it's gonna tuck the gun between the waistband of your pants and your body. So it sits inside, that's why it's called IWB. Typically speaking, this is the most popular way to carry a firearm, especially in those warmer climates when you're maybe wearing something like shorts and a t-shirt. It can be hard to conceal OWB otherwise. Within the IWB carry world, there are several different positions that you can actually carry your firearm. Most often, you're gonna hear guys and gals refer to these positions in reference to a clock, such as 3 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 6 o'clock, etc., right? Again, all around the face of the clock. Additionally, you're gonna have what's known as appendix carry, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's gonna be carrying your firearm up front, to the left or right, or even dead center on your belt buckle, pretty much right where your appendix sits. Now, this position works great for those of you that are maybe a little bit more slim built, but for a guy who's a little bit fluffier like me, it may not work quite as well. It's just not super comfortable. Everything has its pros and cons though, right? And the same can be said for IWB carry setups. Typically, the one downfall to carrying inside your waistband is that it can be really uncomfortable, especially if you're carrying in a position that isn't super compatible with your body type. Again, fluffier guy, appendix carry, it's not a good time. The good news here though is that you can experiment with various carry positions until you find the one that best fits you and your lifestyle. Additionally here, one thing to watch for is that if you're carrying in an odd position, you may experience what's referred to as printing, or being able to see your firearm through your clothes from the outside. But I wanna say that with a little just asterisk, right? Because you shouldn't worry about printing. Stop tugging at your shirt and pulling your shirt down and drawing all this attention to yourself because there's this little itty bitty indent of your gun, you know, in your shirt right there. Most people aren't even gonna notice that it's there, and the ones that do are usually also concealed carry holders or police. Switching gears here, let's talk about carrying outside the waistband. Just like inside the waistband is gonna be known as IWB, most outside the waistband carry holsters are gonna be referred to as, you guessed it, OWB. Basically, this is your more traditional, almost cowboy style holster setup, if you would. OWB holsters work by attaching your belt or your waistband to your pants to the holster, and then they hold the gun on the outside of your pants. Now, the main advantage here is that the gun isn't pressed against your body, and thus it can be a lot more comfortable to carry because you're not trying to stuff it inside your waistband right against your skin. Unfortunately though, this is significantly harder to conceal, as typically speaking here, you need to be wearing either a long shirt or a trench coat or something bigger and bulkier to keep that gun covered. I mean, after all, it's basically made for open carry, and open carry is called open carry for a reason. Should you want to take that outer layer of jacket or something off, you quickly go from concealed carry to open carry, which may not always be legal in your state. But that, again, is another conversation for a different time. Another potentially major downfall to open carrying is that if someone really wanted to, they could just like come up and snag the gun off your hip and run away, and there's not shit you can do about it realistically. There's tons of examples of this happening all over the place, just like this video right here. And of course, the last category of carry we're gonna talk about today is the all other category. This one is a bit of a mixed bag, and we're not really gonna spend a lot of time on it here because this could be a whole nother video in itself. But basically, this is where things like shoulder holsters or ankle holsters, belly bands, and all of those things live. This is also the category where off-body carrying lives. Things like concealed carry purses, concealed carry fanny packs, because they make those. Hell, they even make bras with holsters in them for the ladies out there, although I'm not really sure how practical those actually are. But you know, I mean, I'm not a lady, so hey, don't listen to me. The point I'm trying to make here is that if you can think of a place to carry your gun, chances are that there's a product out there for it. There's a lot to talk about here as well, and we'll save that again for a whole nother video. But for right now, the important thing to remember is that there are literally hundreds, if not thousands, of options for concealed carrying your firearm. So let's answer the question, what is the best way to conceal carry your handgun? If you haven't guessed it and you haven't picked the answer up yet, the answer to that question is, it really just depends. Truthfully, there is no one silver bullet, no one-size-fits-all solution for carrying conceal, and it really depends on a lot of factors. What's your lifestyle? Are you moving a lot during the day? Do you spend a lot of time driving? Do you not spend a lot of time driving? Do you spend a lot of time sitting? Do you spend a lot of time standing? What's your body type? What handgun are you looking to carry? All of these things play a part in making the decision of which carry style is best for you, which is why we recommend for best results that you just experiment with carrying. Practice drawing from your holster. Continue to develop what solution works best for you, because the only person that's going to be able to find that answer for you is you. What's your favorite carry position? Let us know down in the comment section below, and as always, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. With that, my name's Dustin, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Stay free, friends.